Molly.
It's Latin for many.
Tick.
Now suck your blood. Now suck
Politics.
your blood.
January 6 rioters.
33 is the number of completion of the Great War.
Wow, lots of things in there.
Lots of things.
Starting out from New York Post, big news, but what does it mean, Gons? Nobody knows. The headline, Michael Stenger, Senate security chief on January 6th, dies before hearing. The former Senate Sergeant at Arms who oversaw security during last year's Capitol insurrection has died one day before Tuesday's hearing to present new evidence. Michael Stenger, who resigned a day after pro-Trump rioters easily stormed the Capitol stormed the Capitol. That's an interesting additive there. They easily stormed the Capitol on January 6, 2021, died Monday morning, Politico reported. It's kind of a brutal stab at this guy, saying they easily stormed the Capitol when was this man's job to make it hard to storm the Capitol. Yeah. That's kind of a little jab there. The Marine Corps veteran 71 spent 35 years in the Secret Service before joining the Senate Sergeant at Arms team in 2011. He was later appointed to the post in 2018. Former colleagues were notified of his death Monday afternoon, police reported.
Politico or the police, one and the same in the
interesting.
New World Order that we live in.
You're right. It was Politico. I did think as I was reading that, I'm like, that's a weird thing for the police to report about. A woman who answered the phone early Tuesday at Stenger's home in Falls Church, Virginia, declined to comment when reached by the Post. Quote, "The family is not here. It's nobody's business," she said. Quote, "It has nothing to do with January 6th at all."
Falls Church, huh?
She doth protest too much. Stenger stepped down after Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell requested his resignation amid widespread criticism in the deadly attempted insurrection.
Wow, so it's deadly attempt, but also very easy.
It was easy and it was deadly to one person, remember, which was Ashley Babbitt. Yes. There were not more than one person who died as a result. House Sergeant at Arms Paul Irving said Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund also resigned. Quote, "The ultimate blame for yesterday lies with the unhinged criminals who broke down doors, trampled our nation's flag." He must be talking allegorically there. I don't think that anybody trampled the flag. That's not very MAGA-y. Fought with law enforcement and tried to disrupt our democracy with those who incited them, McConnell said at the time. Quote, "But this fact does not and will not preclude." Then they just go on and they talk about the insurrection and not the man who passed away. Ooh, excuse me.
Whoa, where's that mute button? There's a frog.
I'm looking for it. I'm feeling for it. It must have fallen on the ground. Yeah. A Senate Rules Committee report cited Sund and Stenger's inaction in the Capitol violence, finding that Sund never submitted a formal request to Capitol Police for National Guard support ahead of January 6th. Instead, Sund had, quote, "informal conversations with Stenger on the possible need for National Guard troops." Stenger's death came one day before Tuesday's abruptly added January 6th panel hearing, during which an aide of former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows will testify to present, quote, "recently obtained evidence and receive witness testimony." Cassidy Hutchinson, who served as a special assistant to the White House during the Trump administration, will take the stand. Blah, blah, blah. We know that, and we'll hear about that in a second. Strange timing for this fella. And it's, it is unfortunate. It's really unfortunate for a number of reasons. They are being pretty tight-lipped about what actually happened to the guy, what the cause of death was. However, sadly, there's been multiple of the Capitol Police officers, I believe it was 2 of them, actually committed suicide after January 6th. Right. So, and of course, that was presented as like, it was such a traumatic event for them, which I'm sure it was. But, I don't really like people like AOC putting words in the mouths of people who committed suicide. But who knows? Who knows what happened to this guy? I don't know. There's nothing else that to say about that. There's no other information that we can find. It is sussy, though.
Very sussy. And the individual who replaced him a year ago, on March 22nd, 2021, so 322, that's a very Skull and Bones.
Oh, it's on 322.
Yeah, it was on 322 2021 was when this took place. Karen Gibson, sworn in as new head of security after insurrection shakeup. And Karen Gibson begins her duties Monday as U.S. Senate Sergeant of Arms, the chief law enforcement officer for the upper chamber. So she took over last year after what was reportedly, according to the Senate website here, senate.gov, if you go to the bio of Sergeant at Arms Karen Gibson, it says here, Karen Gibson became the Sergeant at Arms of the United States Senate on March 22nd, 2021, having recently completed a 33-year military career in which she attained the rank of Lieutenant General in the United States Army.
Oh, well, the first of many 33s.
Don't mess with Karen Gibson. She will not only mess you up, but call upon her Freemason buddies to come find you.
That's too simplistic, Gons. But there's some sort of messaging going on there. Why don't you hit your little bell?
My bell. Which one?
Yeah,
the ding.
The 33 bell.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Yeah.